G'day guys, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. Hope you guys are doing well. We're just off about to see Auntie Ethel, but we've actually managed to bump into her, kind of. We haven't exactly spoken to her just yet, but it appears that she is being confronted by these two people here, Joel and Demer. I have no idea what they want from her, but it doesn't sound good down there. Now, before we get into things, I just wanted to say that I forgot to actually sell a whole bunch of my stuff in the previous episode, so I am really encumbered. We're going to have to try and sell stuff as soon as we finish this interaction, so we'll do that in a sec. And yeah, one other thing is quick apologies to all of you guys who are leaving comments, and I haven't really gotten back to a lot of them. I have been reading the comments, but just not responding. And I've just been having a very, very busy time, both, both, you know, game recording wise. There's been a few things happening, and also just real life stuff. So apologies about that.
Every old woman you meet.
Just tell us where she is. We don't want any trouble.
You know what? I think this has something to do with that tiefling that was in the... I assume that was like a storeroom or something that we met, you know, quite a few episodes ago. Anyway, let's have a chat with these guys and...
Lads, for the love of all that is holy, I've never clapped eyes on your poor sister.
Drop the act, hag. You was the last to see Mayrina.
Just let her go. Please.
Thank goodness you're here, sweetie. I don't know what's come over these boys.
Auntie Ethel's face creases with false concern. You realize she's lying about seeing this girl, Mayrina.
Stop this! We won't ask again!
Okay, there's definitely something suspicious about this Auntie Ethel then in that case. I mean, she's most certainly a witch, right? Which means that, you know, witches being witches, they might actually, you know, perhaps maybe, I don't know, kidnap people, maybe, I don't know, worst case scenario, maybe consume them in some way. Anyway. How about you all just calm down? What is going on here?
Careful! Don't trust a word out of her mouth. Our sister went to the hag, and we ain't seen her since.
Hand over heart, I don't know their sister. I will gladly help you all look for her, though.
Enough. Where is she?
So, perhaps maybe they're not related to the person that we found in the storeroom, because the person in the storeroom was a tiefling, if I'm not mistaken. Ethel, what did you do to their sister?
Bollocks! You were supposed to rush to my defense, love. Fat lot of good you are. Some advice? You ever darken my door, you'd best have that head bowed and an apology at the ready. Bye-bye now.
Bloody hells. She just disappeared. Ain't seen nothing like that before.
She could shoot fireworks out of her backside for all I care. The hag has Rena!
Will someone please tell me what's going on?
It's our sister, Mayrina. She's... well, she was in a bad way after her husband died.
Started saying weird things, like how she was gonna bring him back.
Next thing, she's gone looking for the hag. Of all the stupid things to do. And we haven't seen her since. And no good ever came from dealing with a hag.
None of this matters, all right? We need to get her back, and fast!
Right, well, we were sort of going to see Auntie Ethel because of our little problem. Not that I'm too keen now that we've learnt about the power of the tadpole, but I was sort of just keen on meeting her again and seeing whether or not we can, you know, do some quests for her, or perhaps maybe there's something like this. A quest related to her. So, yeah, we're gonna look for this Marina. Yeah, hags are dangerous, unnatural things. Even this place feels warped and twisted.
I don't remember bloody asking you.
Hold on, Joel. Let him talk. What would you suggest?
Trust a more experienced soul. I'll find your sister.
Are you joking? I ain't got a clue who you are. No way I'm leaving Rena to you.
But, Joel...
Not a chance. We're getting her back on our own. Now, come on.
Oh, okay. They are off immediately. I suppose maybe it might be a good idea to just follow these guys, because if they get into... Ooh.
A chill runs up your spine. You feel like you're being watched.
Ranger and nature. This is only a +1. Well, both of them are only a +1, to be honest. Look for signs of unnatural activity. And let's add that bonus. It's a 15 though, so this is pretty rough. Ooh, nice. Maybe the dice rolls are being kind to us today? Okay, a swamp, stinking and insidious, assaults your senses. Didn't hear the voice of the narrator that time. Yeah, okay, I was gonna say, this witch lives in a very nice looking place, but in actual fact, it is not very nice at all. So, a lot of deception about, and, you know, come to think of it, she was very inviting to us, right, to try and get help to deal with the tadpole, but my guess is that she's probably after the tadpole herself. Those two that just ran off though, I'm not entirely sure if we can really do anything right now about them. Oh, and we've got goblins in the area as well. Yeah. Alright, I hope those two are still alive, but rather than chase after them, what I'm going to do is just... I'm going to have a look at all of this stuff here, but we're going to turn back and just sell some of our stuff because I would like to be able to loot a little bit more. So, loving note. Take a breather, lovelies, and have a bite to eat on me, Auntie E. Alright, I was gonna say, it looked like a pristine apple, but no, it actually says that it's a poisoned apple. Yeah, we'll leave that alone in that case. Or I wonder if I could, like, you know, grab poison apples and then sort of feed poison apples to, you know, certain people to get rid of them. Possibly. Anyway, let's just head back for a second here, guys, and let's do what we need to do with all of our items. Sell them all off. I know we do need to, you know, camp very soon, but I think we're wanting to just do the Ethel or Auntie Ethel quest first. And then once we're done with that, we'll camp, and I believe if we do that long rest, we're going to have some kind of a party with the tieflings, celebrating our successes in the goblin camp. Ah yes, here's the guy.
Failed to see the distinction.
I should speak up.
So it's true. You scattered the goblins. Peace can finally return to this corner of the Sword Coast. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just glad I could help.
As am I. And I'm sure those poor refugees would quite agree.
Alright, let's trade.
Of course.
So one thing that I was looking forward to was seeing whether or not the attitude of traders changes depending on where we're at with the story and how we've progressed it. And it seems like his attitude is still in the same spot, so I'm not entirely sure how to make the attitude sort of budge in our favor. But anyway, let's get rid of all of this stuff here. Don't need any of that, and yeah, we can get rid of that. And actually, I haven't really chosen the barter option there, but I assume I'm just getting my coins worth, and we don't really need to worry too much about it. I'm gonna keep the fishing rod though, because you never know, we might need that. What's this? A bit of wheat. It doesn't say I could do anything with the wheat, but maybe it's a... is it a alchemy ingredient? It would go in our alchemy pouch, though, if that was the case, right? Maybe I can just sell it off, then. And what about this? Just a normal silver necklace. Gives us a little bit of gold. I think we're looking good. Oh yes, rotten foods and stuff. Probably don't need rotten food. And yeah, things are looking good, I think. Does he have anything that we want to buy? He's got some pretty interesting looking things. I don't know if he had all of this stuff before, in fact. Spell Thief. Very interesting. Arcane Vehemence. Once per short rest, you regain a level 1 spell slot when you land a critical hit with Spell Thief. Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, that's entirely dependent on the critical hit, though, right? So, I wonder if it's really that reliable. Plus, it does less damage than what we currently have. Medium armor. Hide armor +2. And it's rare, so I don't know if this is better. Probably not. Leather armor +1. Gain a +1 bonus to stealth checks. Could be interesting, but I don't think we really have anyone who needs that right now. Yeah, anyway, I think I'm spending too much time looking at his wares, and I really should be focusing on trying to get to Auntie Ethel's place. So, let's move out. Yeah, those two guys, though, hopefully they are okay. Hang on, are we going the right way? No. Sorry. We need to go down this way. Apparently Gale has something to talk to us about, so let's have a chat.
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon.
Damn it, Gale. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what we have. Resistance to cold damage. I think we could probably give this to Gale, to be honest, because I feel like this is a very specific buff that we get from this, and you know, I would really be only putting it on when we had like a need, and even then, you know, if we had anything better, I'd probably not switch out to this thing. So yeah, we can just donate that to him. That's fine.
Thank you.
Okay, but this whole thing with him needing magical items is becoming a bit of a burden, isn't it? Hopefully we can do something about it.
Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mistra, have mercy on us all. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent.
Go on, you're among friends.
I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am. What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy, who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it, much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself, the Lady of Mysteries, the goddess Mystra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse, and later even my lover.
Wow. I wasn't expecting that. To have a god for a lover? I mean, don't hear that every day. Are you telling me you made love to a goddess?
Oh, yes. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mystra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross, yet every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries.
How exactly did you try to cross those boundaries?
I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. But inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale?
I'm intrigued. Tell me.
Very well. Here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed, but not quite. And his entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms. Until the day Mystra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess?
Flowers and chocolates. And what was the answer to that question?
The answer was to try. The outcome was to fail. I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mystra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book bound and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And gods, is it ever hungry.
How are you still alive?
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning. This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however.
You'll die.
Rather worse, actually. I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep.
You thrice-damned rotten bastard! You've been the greatest threat to our lives all this time!
I swear to you I wasn't. But I've no choice but to admit I am now. Perhaps it would be best if I leave and put as much distance between us as I can before the orb erupts.
Jeez, okay. So do we have the option to just let Gale leave the party? I mean, that doesn't sound like a good idea to me. Is there nothing we can do?
We might chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not. All of this, it must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways.
If we were to part ways, where would you go?
Once I'd step out of the protective aura of the artifact, it wouldn't be long before the Absolute overtakes me. I'd never let that happen, so I'd aim for a swift end. I would consume some midnight tears and venture as deep into the Underdark as I possibly could, till they cloud my eyes forever. With a bit of luck, I'd manage to make it to a mind flare colony, so that when the orb erupts, one loud, last song of vengeance would reverberate through the dark. Wouldn't be a heroic end, but coarsely poetic enough in its justice.
That actually sounds pretty badass. I don't even care what the others think, to be honest. We've come this far together and we'll continue on together. That is how it will be.
That is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down. I stand at a precipice, but if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture forth.
Okay, well, that was a lot to take in. I was not expecting to learn so much more about Gale in this episode, because I'm really just trying to get what I thought to be a pretty simple task done, which is to meet Auntie Ethel, but no. The game has to throw us a wrench or two. Alright, so it'll be interesting to get together with the rest of the group in the camp and to talk about what's happened and their opinion of Gale now. Now that we know that he's sort of a ticking time bomb, so to speak. I don't know if that would actually materialize if we don't feed him magical items periodically, you know? Why do we have so much food here? Anyway, it doesn't matter, it's all part of our camp supplies now. Yeah, so let's continue on. And yeah, I'm sort of just curious as to which way we should go. There's definitely a way through this way, and I dare say that might actually lead to Auntie Ethel. Or there's this way. Let's go the opposite way for a little bit. Now, I'm thinking, hopefully, if we get into...
Step carefully. There's a trap.
If we get into some fights and stuff like that, I won't feel so bad about, you know, doing a long rest and going back to camp. And that is really the main reason why I haven't decided to do a long rest yet. Should have put the ring on, but it's fine. Alright, good. Again, if we find more traps, I'll chuck the ring on and we'll make sure that we've got plenty of stats that are going to help us with lockpicking or trap disarming. Just leading with blue a little bit here, just to make sure that there are no additional traps that we need to look out for. Bring everyone together, and Lupus, of course he's stuck. As usual.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Yeah, it is eerily quiet in this place. More poisoned apples, apparently. And it seems like there's been plenty of people who have been eating all these apples, and I guess a lot of them are dead now.
Blood. I don't like where this is going.
We just failed a nature check there.
I wonder what kind of creature could have caused so much damage. That's curious.
Oh wow. That is the motherload of camp supplies. Alright.
Moving ahead.
Maybe this backpack, actually. The Approachable East, Volume 7. Let's take a look at that. In fact, I can't remember if I have been picking up many books. Hatched Together Sack. Wapira's Crown. Crowning Glory. When healing another, the wearer regains 1 to 6 hit points. Could be good for Shadowheart, potentially. But let's come back to that, shall we? Alright, so... grab that, and... oh, actually this is... okay, it's empty. Okay, actually, sorry, we did have the book, didn't we? So we should have a read of that. Thay is beautiful. Its people are warm. Its people are kind. I am welcome here. Rashomon means nothing to me now. Karatur means nothing. My travels are done. Come, my friends, I implore you. Come to Thay. Thay is beautiful. Rian Forbeck. I don't know if he's maybe one of the victims. Could be. Just check in on Lupus.
Can't give up now. With haste.
There's something over here. Can we jump towards that? And it seems like we can interact with that as well. How do we get there? Oh, okay. I'll just approach it. I thought I heard something. Creepy. Yeah, this definitely looks like something that we might be able to reach. So, let's try and go for it. Probably want to wait for the rest of the party. Get Lupus in here as well.
Blackets will be done.
What to do?
There we go.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Just taking a little bit of care here, you never know. Might be traps about. Then there's all this stuff here. I mean, heaps of stuff going on. I don't know. I don't know if we're maybe getting a little bit too far from our objectives. So maybe I'll save this for when Holson joins us. I am going to be pretty curious to, you know, get him to join the party. Unless I'm making some terrible assumptions that he will join the party. But yeah, let's head towards the... well, I assume it's the camp where Auntie Ethel is located. Unless maybe she actually has like a home or a hut or something.
I've got a long road ahead. Have to keep going.
Redcap Blood Sage. Redcap. And they seem to be like okay. Like we might be able to speak to them. They're not immediately hostile. To be kind of curious to have a chat with them. More poison apples. There's actually a pathway up this way. Actually, I think we may have come up there and we made our way back down. Oh, let's have a chat with these guys, actually.
I have something to ask.
The murderous glare of a redcap, a fey creature known for its bloodlust, greets you. That noise. Is the creature pretending to be a sheep?
Okay, so they are not aware that we are aware that we're in the swamp, I think. Maybe. What are you doing?
You seize me! Nosy, scum-sucking, lice-ridden little ball bag! Get out! Or I bite tongue, eat tongue. Oh, delicious tongue.
Alright, no need to get nasty.
Oh, precious baby loves to bleed you. Yes, turn your corpse into sponge. Lots of holes. Yes. Leave now, or I'll fill you with holes and more.
Okay, they don't like us being here apparently. We need to leave, but... I mean, they haven't turned hostile just yet. But I wonder if we should be a little bit careful about how far we get into this area. Oh, is this the guy that we were supposed to help? Possibly. Darn.
Stay vigilant. There are traps here.
Ooh, Jesus. Okay, that scared the crap out of me. Yeah, okay, a lot of them are bleeding now. So we need to try and get through there. Do I want to just, like, start attacking some of these guys? Maybe I don't need to. Shadowheart. Let's summon the good berries. And let's start having some. One? Oh man. That's horrible. Can I throw this? Would we be able to do an area of effect healing? I don't think so. Target is too close. Maybe we just give this to other people.
Yes?
Yeah, that wasn't too much. And
Enough waiting.
Rosale.
I crave blood.
oh, she's still got another one from the previous battle, maybe. I'm gonna see if I can throw that to... Oh, actually, my bad. I accidentally used it there.
No one's stopped
That's
me
okay.
yet.
All good. Was gonna give some to Lupus, but...
On my way.
So these guys haven't attacked just yet. Looking at their HP, one of them is pretty chunky here, 45 HP. Little foggy around these parts.
There's a rather jaunty hat lying in the mud there. And a sword, too. Someone must have been in quite the hurry to get out of this swamp.
Did we just fail a check? Hang on, what's wrong with Lupus? Flesh rot. Flesh is decaying. Disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws using charisma. Okay.
Air's ripe with magic. Step by step.
I am ready. I must keep going.
Let's move. These boots have seen everything.
We might want to get out of the water. Just be a little bit careful around.
Something over there. Ah, my finger.
How do we get the open wound? Barbed bullbrush. Okay, right. So those things will actually hurt us if we try to loot from them. Jeez, okay, this place is a little unforgiving. So traveler's chest over there. I mean, I don't feel too comfortable going to different places on my own, as much as I would like to reduce the chances of everyone sort of getting caught up in traps, but I think having one of our characters split off could be a recipe for disaster, for that character at least.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Yeah, anyway, let's maybe try and get the chest. Maybe I'll go in with Lae'zel actually on this one.
I crave blood.
Is that blood? No, never mind. What path lies before?
We do have a addled frog here. Maybe we can have a chat with it. See what's going on. Just want to make sure that everyone's sort of out of the water. We get into combat. Very least, we don't want people hampered.
Green leaves, shallow water. Green leaves, shallow water.
I'm looking for an Auntie Ethel. Do you know her? What is this place? Why was it covered by an illusion?
Bad! Away!
I wonder if this is the girl that we're supposed to look for. I forget her name. What are you croaking on about?
Green leaves, shallow water.
A chill runs up your spine. There is something wrong with this creature. Very wrong.
Burn! Bleed! Kill!
This isn't natural. What twisted you like this?
Careful! Ethel!
Okay, we definitely want to try and come back. There might be something that we can do for this frog if we inspect Ethel's place. So let's leave. Hopefully she doesn't like turn hostile or anything like that, but yeah, I think we just need to continue on this way. Yeah, surprisingly we didn't have to fight any of these guys, although there's a lot more to try and check over here. Do we go back in that direction? Maybe. So we can go back into the water here. And this brings us right back to where we came from. And there is another portal here, which I do want to try and activate.
The brothers. I guess they didn't find their sister.
Damn it.
These killings were deliberately brutal. There's something near that relishes in carnage.
Okay. Yeah, really unfortunate here for this guy. I don't know where his other brother is, actually. Don't see him anywhere. Okay. Might be good to speak to the dead here. Find out what's going on. Gale, you're up.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
What killed you?
Wasn't a sheep.
Yeah, okay. So these guys probably killed him. Did you find your sister?
Heard her screaming, but not real.
Probably because she is the frog. This place seems strange. Anything I should be wary of?
Don't drink the water.
I mean, we know of his family. Where are you from?
Farm out by Baldur's Gate.
We're in the middle of nowhere. Why come here?
Gotta get Marina back for man.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
For Mam. Okay.
Never a dull.
I'm surprised these guys didn't immediately turn hostile or anything after that interaction, but... Is there anything back here?
Best be on my way.
Watch how you go.
I get
There's a trap.
too caught up with trying to get myself to certain destinations, and I keep forgetting that there are traps everywhere here, so... Ah, and these barbed bull brushes. I really need to be careful of those. Survival failed. I'm guessing there's maybe some kind of a buried chest or something. So
No one back home will ever believe this.
let me just try to randomly dig. if I can find my shovel. There we go. Nice. Hearthlight bomb. What is that? Now and again, a small ball of light flickers in the dark liquid, like the reflection of some alien yet sweet star on the darkest ocean. Maybe it's just some kind of a light source. But yeah, we'll take everything.
Another step forward.
Riverside Tea House is the name of this portal. So I guess that's what the hut is called, or Auntie Ethel's hut is called. Maybe. Here's the other brother, though. So he seemed like he survived. Or is this someone completely different? Gandriel. 64 HP. Yeah, I suppose we should have a chat with him. See what he has to say. Oh, is this something? Maybe not.
Ah, a fellow wanderer. Forgive the aroma.
You catch a waft of something foul, metallic, and sickly sweet.
Powdered iron vine. Most monsters will think twice before making a meal of me. An old hunter's trick. If you can't mask your scent, spoil it.
You're a monster hunter. Not what I imagined.
Perhaps that's why I've survived so long, where more fearsome peers have not. You would be wise to look past the seeming of things, if you intend to bargain with the lady of this house. That is why you came to her lair, I take it, to bargain.
Why would you assume that I'm here to bargain?
Because this is her domain. If you're here, it's because it suits her. Her kind have hidden among us since the first darkness. And their knowledge is matched only by their spite. Know how to ask, and they'll share that knowledge. If you're fool enough to pay their price.
Yeah, we're not going to really bargain with her, I don't think. I'm probably just gonna take stuff. We might get into a scrap with her. But what's most important is finding out a way to try and cure that frog, so... And are you fool enough?
Of course. I'm a hunter who lost his prey, and here I am seeking help from something worse. But she thrives on suffering. Once she hears what awaits my quarry when I catch him, she will help.
Who is it you're hunting?
Truth is like a blade, my friend. We can arm ourselves with it, or just as easily find it pressed against our throat. I would not put you in danger.
We do have disadvantage because of the flesh rot, though. So this is not really that good, but... I'll still try anyway. Maybe I can help with your hunt. Yeah. So we'll take the worst out of the 2 die. Let's do it. Oh! Oh! Okay, everything was going so well until this roll. I'll use 1 inspiration for this at least. Can we not? Oh, okay. We already have guidance. Yep, that's right. Oh, brutal. Brutal. Ah, almost. Okay. Do we want to roll 1 more time? I mean... why not? I've got 2 inspiration. I think I'll save 1, though, for future interactions, but... it might be worthwhile. But yeah, 15 is pretty high, though, so... Okay, okay. I think we might be getting there. Nice.
No. This duty is mine alone. But for such an offer, an answer at least is owed. I hunt a vampire spawn called Astarion.
Ooh.
I'm bound to bring him back to Baldur's Gate, alive. Though I cannot swear to his condition once my tribe are done with him. Is he known to you?
Oh. What does your tribe want with a creature like that?
My people were recently attacked in the night. Our camp set upon by a band of vampire spawn. In the chaos of battle, one of them stole away with our children. We've been searching for them ever since. We believe this Astarion knows exactly what happened that night and where to find our little ones. If captured, my people will make him talk. So I ask again, is he known to you?
Oh, if we go in for the second response, he may just turn hostile immediately. I like Astarion, and I want to keep him in the party, so let's see what happens. You can give up your hunt. Astarion's under my protection.
I see. Your loyalty is admirable, but misplaced. His kind have charm beyond our mortal means to resist. I can show you who he truly is, if you will just tell me where to find him.
If we tell him about how to get to the camp, won't he just, like, kidnap him or maybe do irreversible harm to him? I'm not gonna help you find him. Back off.
Astarion has quite the friend in you. I'll make sure he knows that. At the end.
Okay. So he hasn't immediately started attacking us, which is good. But I've got questions for Astarion now, so...
Go ahead. The lady of the house awaits.
Okay, we can change our minds on it. I don't know what benefit that would be for us, but... I sure hope that Astarion hasn't, like, you know, consumed a child or something like that in his hunger. That very well could have happened, right? Okay, are we at our destination? I think we might be. Riverside Tea House. I wonder if this place looks just really, really magical if we didn't dispel the illusion. And perhaps maybe all of our interactions would have been different. Let's just have a look around a little bit more before we actually go and see Auntie Ethel. Plus, we are likely to go into battle if we don't bow our heads to her, right? So there's that. And yeah, considering what she's done, I don't feel like being so forgiving to this Auntie Ethel. Okay, so this could perhaps be another entry point that we could explore. Or we could go through the front door. And she's just over there. Interesting looking house, but maybe we can snoop around before we even interact with her. And I think that is going to be the plan, but that is a plan that I'm going to execute in the next episode, I reckon. This is probably a good place for a break. Hopefully you enjoyed everything so far, guys. Drop me a like if you did. Check out some comments for suggestions down below. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.